Welcome back to Architectural Adventures brought to you by Historic Springfield Society. I'm your host Kylie. Thanks for joining me as we tour Springfield's architectural curiosities. Today we're continuing our series of talking about different architectural styles found in Historic Springfield. One of the most common styles used in the 1985 survey for Historic District designation was frame vernacular. So what exactly is frame vernacular? So the structure behind me is the circa 1904 McCollum Miller House, which is an excellent example of frame vernacular. Vernacular is an answer to regional variations. So it utilizes local materials, local builders instead of architects, and local stylistic design choices. You may notice a common word there, local. So vernacular is not exactly a high style building, but is a building that is a product of its time and place. And Springfield has a wide array of homes that are generally two-story, like the one right here. And one important characteristic that I hope you notice is the double porches. Springfield homes very often employ the use of double porches. In fact, if you stand on a corner on one porch and look down the row, you get this beautiful cascading view through a sea of porches. So let's take a look at the McCollum Miller House. Some characteristics to note for vernacular architecture in Springfield: the foundation is made of rusticated concrete block. Around the turn of the century, this new building material became quite popular and was widely used throughout the neighborhood. A lot of the times you'll see it on foundations, but you may also see it on columns, and there's several homes in the neighborhood that are constructed entirely of cast concrete. And then on the porch we have some classically inspired columns. So this is the influence of the colonial revival, which was popular at that time period. So on the porch, on the first floor, we have fluted columns. And then as we move up to the second floor, you may notice that the columns become much more narrow and they become plain Tuscan columns. So this is a visual trick that goes all the way back to ancient Greece, where your eye goes upward and it makes the house appear even taller as the columns narrow as you move upward. And then a lot of times on vernacular homes, you'll either have what we have here, which is a gable roof, or you'll see a lot of hipped roofs, and in which case you'll have a very large prominent dormer that will either have a window or a vent in the center. And then something else I'd like to point out with this house is the influence of the craftsman style coming in, where you see at the edge of the roof line we have those beautiful rafter tails poking out. This is a definite influence of the arts and crafts style, which was also becoming popular around the turn of the century. So with vernacular, what you have here is a beautiful mixture of a bunch of different styles and elements coming together. A little bit of Queen Anne, a little bit of colonial revival, and a little bit of craftsman, all blended together to get that delicious Springfield cocktail. Thanks for joining me on Architectural Adventures. I want to give a big thank you to the Millers for allowing us to use their beautiful home as an example for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.